Welcome to Confusion Maven. I'm Jen, and today I'm going to share with you the very basics of crochet, starting with a simple slip knot and chain. The first thing you're going to need is yarn, and I find it better to start with a worsted weight yarn for beginners because it's easier to grasp, and you're going to also start with a G hook. So this is a very simple G hook. You will find on my channel that I don't have a lot of really fancy stuff, so I like to keep it simple. All right, so this is the simple G hook, and you can choose any color of yarn you like. I'm going to select this pink yarn. This is a cotton yarn. And the first thing I want to do is pull about this length of a tail. I want a tail, and then I'm going to start with my slip knot. To make a slip knot, you're going to wrap the yarn around the tip of your index finger, just like this, and then you want to tuck the yarn up into that circle that you just made on your index finger. Then you pull the yarn through just like that, okay? So now you have your slip knot. You don't want to pull it too tight onto your crochet hook because then you won't be able to get yarn into the hook later. So we want it just a little bit loose, but not too loose, okay? All right, so now we are going to get us some yarn. Let me move these things out of the way here. All right, so we have our yarn, and there's a certain way that I like to hold the yarn around my hand, wind it around my hand in order to maintain a certain tension, which is something that is very important with crochet because you want all of your stitches to look even, just as though these do here, right? Okay. So this is what I do. I take the yarn and I wrap it around 3 of my fingers, pull it all the way back around, and then tuck it up between these 2 fingers here, okay? Sometimes I will wrap it around my index finger twice, sometimes just once, and sometimes I kind of go back and forth while I'm crocheting. So then I take my middle finger and my thumb, and I hold on to this knot that's right here, okay? We're gonna go down to the end of the hook. We're going to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop. That is our first chain. All right, so we can try that again. Grab the yarn, pull it through the loop, grab the yarn, pull it through the loop, grab the yarn, pull it through the loop. All right, so then we can actually hang on to the loop right here and move our fingers up the chain. This is how we continue on with grabbing the yarn and pull it through the loop. And at this point, it's getting kind of short next to my finger, so I let go and I just kind of pull my finger back a little to give it a little bit of tension as needed. Pull it through, pull it through. Sometimes you will see some crocheters grab their yarn this way and then pull it through. You are welcome to do that as well. That works just as nicely. But for me, when I was younger, I was still trying to understand the concept, so I just kind of got in the habit of doing it this way, and that has always worked for me. All right, so what can I do with this chain? Well, if you keep going a little bit longer, then you will see that you'll be able to make a nice bracelet like this here. Or you can continue to follow a pattern, which is something I will talk about in a later video, how to follow a pattern. And you can create something along the lines of this. This is with, this started with a chain, and then I began single crochet. So that is something I'm going to talk about next in the next video. And you can continue to do that if you want to. So it's really important to learn how to do this chain and to practice. In fact, when I first started learning myself, this was all I could make, probably for a year or two. I mean, I was a small child when I started learning, and this was what I learned. You want to cut it off at around this length and pull the needle out, pull it tight, then you have your chain, okay? You could turn that into a bracelet, or you could put beads on it, decorate your hair with it, whatever you want to do. All right, so thank you for joining me on this video, and look forward to my next video where I show you how to make something with single crochet.